For billions of years, scientists have wondered how planets are born. We've studied meteorites, we've built computer models, we've made educated guesses, but we've never actually seen it happen. The process is hidden behind clouds of gas so thick that no telescope can see through them. Until now. The James Webb Space Telescope just did the impossible. It found a crack in the clouds, and what scientists saw in that brief window is rewriting everything we thought we knew about how planets form. Before we reveal what they found, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the curiosity beast is about to show something that shouldn't exist. Footage of a solar system being born, and it's going to change how you think about your own existence. This is HOPS 315, a baby star 1,300 light years away, and we're watching it create planets in real time. Here's the problem with understanding how planets form. The entire process is invisible. When a star is born, it's surrounded by a massive cloud of gas and dust, and that cloud is opaque. Our telescopes can't penetrate it. It's like trying to see through a brick wall. For decades, scientists have been essentially blind. They've analyzed ancient meteorites that fell to Earth. They've studied our solar system as it exists now, and they've tried to work backwards, building models, making assumptions, hoping they got it right. But there's always been a massive gap in our knowledge. We've never seen the earliest stages of planet formation, the moment when gas becomes solid, when dust becomes rock, when nothing becomes a world. That gap just got filled. JWST found a baby star called HOPS 315. It's less than 150,000 years old. In cosmic terms, that's a newborn. And it's still wrapped in its cocoon of gas and dust. But here's what makes this discovery so shocking. Scientists found a gap in the clouds, a tiny window, and they pointed James Webb's infrared sensors right at it, and they saw something extraordinary. Drop a comment right now if you think we're about to witness something humanity has never seen before, because that's exactly what happened. JWST's instruments detected warm silicon monoxide gas and tiny silica crystals near the young star. And if you're not a geochemist, you might be thinking, so what? It's just some minerals. But this is the most important discovery in planetary science in decades, because what scientists were witnessing was the exact moment gas condenses into solid matter for the first time. This is the very first step in planet formation, and we just caught it happening live. Think about what that means. For billions of years, this process has been hidden from us. We've theorized about it, simulated it on computers, but we've never seen it with our own eyes. Until now. We are literally watching planets being born. But here's where things start to get controversial, because this discovery is challenging everything scientists thought they knew about when planet formation begins. The old model said that planets only start forming after the star fully develops and the gas envelope clears away. You need a calm, stable disk before planets can form. That's what the textbooks said. That's what scientists believed for decades. But HOPS 315 just proved them wrong. Planet formation doesn't wait. It starts immediately. While the star is still being born, while the gas envelope is still thick and chaotic, planets begin forming within 150,000 years of a star's birth. That's millions of years earlier than we thought possible. And it's turning our models upside down. Some scientists are now arguing about what this means. Does this happen in every star system? Or is HOPS 315 unusual? And if this is normal, then how many other things have we gotten wrong about planetary formation? The debate is just beginning. But one thing is certain, the timeline just got rewritten. Now here's what really blew my mind. Scientists pointed another telescope at HOPS 315, the ALMA array in Chile. While James Webb sees warm regions, ALMA detects cold material, the outer parts of the disk. By combining both telescopes, they could see the entire system. And they found something shocking. The region where these silica crystals are forming, it's at roughly the same distance from HOPS 315 as our asteroid belt is from the sun. The same location, the same materials, the same process happening 4.6 billion years later, which means we might be watching Earth's origin story play out in real time. But wait, it gets even more disturbing. Scientists measured the silicon levels in the disk, and they found something weird. There's barely any silicon left in the gas, only about 2% of what they expected. Now, you might think that's a problem, but it's actually incredible news because it means the silicon isn't in the gas anymore. It's already locked up in solid objects, rocks, planetesimals, the building blocks of planets. And here's the terrifying part. The amount of silicon that's missing, it's enough to build an entire Earth-sized planet, which means somewhere in that disk right now there could be a proto-Earth forming, and we just caught it in the act. Comment below if you think we're watching a future civilization's home planet being born right now, because that's a genuine possibility. This discovery solves one mystery, but creates another. Scientists have always struggled to explain how tiny dust particles grow into kilometer-sized rocks. Small particles don't stick together easily, and medium-sized objects fall into the star within about 100 years due to something called gas drag. It's been one of the biggest unsolved problems in planetary science. How do you get from dust to planets? Some scientists think that dust collapses directly in pockets of gravitational instability, a rock forming instantly from a sandstorm. But we've never had proof until now. By watching HOPS 315 over time, scientists can finally see how fast solids grow, what limits their growth, and how that affects planet development. We're going to watch the entire process unfold. But here's the most mind-blowing part of all. HOPS 315 isn't just showing us how planets form, it's showing us how our solar system formed. Remember those silica crystals scientists found? The ones forming at the same distance as our asteroid belt? Well, when they analyzed ancient meteorites from Earth, they found the exact same minerals, the same chemical signatures, the same condensation sequence, which means the process that created Earth 4.6 billion years ago is the exact same process creating planets around HOPS 315 right now. We're not just watching a solar system being born, we're watching our own birth video. Think about that for a second. The atoms that make up your body were once floating in a cloud just like HOPS 315. They condensed into dust, then rocks, then planetesimals, then Earth, and eventually you. You are made of materials that went through this exact process, and now, for the first time, we're seeing it happen. So what will HOPS 315 look like in a few million years? Will it have planets like ours, rocky worlds close in, and gas giants farther out? Well, based on what we're seeing, scientists can make some educated guesses. As the disk cools, different materials condense at different temperatures. Close to the star, only high-temperature materials like iron and rocky silicates survive. That's where rocky planets form, worlds like Earth. But farther out, there's something called the snow line, the point where it's cold enough for ice to form. And beyond that line, planets grow fast. Ice accumulates, cores get massive, and their gravity becomes strong enough to capture gas from the disk. That's how gas giants are born. Jupiter, Saturn, planets that form in as little as 10 million years. So HOPS 3115 will probably develop a similar structure. Inner rocky worlds, outer gas giants, maybe even an asteroid belt in between if a Jupiter-sized planet forms and disrupts the region. It could look almost exactly like our solar system. But here's the question that keeps me up at night. If HOPS 315 develops Earth-like planets in the habitable zone, and if life can emerge within a billion years like it did here, then we might be watching a future civilization's home planet being born right now. Intelligent beings who won't exist for billions of years, looking up at their own stars and wondering if they're alone. Never knowing that 1,300 light years away, humans once watched their world being born. That's both beautiful and terrifying. But there's something even bigger happening here. Every time we find another system like ours, it makes Earth less special. If HOPS 315 can create rocky planets with the right conditions for life, then how many others are out there? Are we just one of trillions? And if so, why haven't we found anyone else yet? Maybe the answer is that we're early. Maybe most planets haven't had time to develop intelligent life yet. Or maybe we're looking at future neighbors we'll never meet because they won't exist until long after we're gone. Either way, HOPS 315 proves one thing. Solar systems like ours aren't rare accidents. They're a natural consequence of how stars form, which means Earth-like worlds could be everywhere. We might not be special, we might just be common. And honestly, I don't know if that's comforting or terrifying. Scientists are now hunting for more systems like HOPS 315, more baby stars caught in the act of creating planets. If they find multiple systems showing the same patterns, the same materials forming at the same distances, we'll have a gold mine of data. We'll finally be able to test our models against reality, to see if our theories hold up, to understand not just how our solar system formed, but how planets form everywhere in the universe. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find signs that we're not alone. But for now, we have HOPS 315, a window into our past, a glimpse of our origin story, proof that we were once nothing more than dust and gas swirling around a newborn star. 4.6 billion years ago, Earth didn't exist. You didn't exist. There was just a cloud, and then that cloud collapsed. Gas became solid, dust became rock, rock became a planet, and that planet became home. We were once a swirling cloud of nothing. And billions of years from now, when our sun dies and Earth is gone, those atoms will return to space. They'll become part of another nebula, another collapsing cloud, another star system, and maybe they'll become part of another world where someone else looks up at the stars and wonders where they came from. We are the universe trying to understand itself. And HOPS 315 just brought us one step closer to answering the oldest question humanity has ever asked. Where do we come from? If you made it this far, drop a comment. Does watching a solar system being born make you feel more connected to the cosmos? Does it change how you think about Earth and your place in the universe? Comment, I am Stardust, if this video just blew your mind. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the Curiosity Beast is all about exploring the biggest mysteries of existence. We're not just a channel. We're a community of curious minds who refuse to accept easy answers. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.